Imagine dedicating your entire life to one dream. Not for a year, not for a decade, but for more than 20 years. Imagine winning almost everything football has to offer. League titles, Champions League trophies, international glory, 5 Ballon d'Or awards, more than 900 career goals. And yet one dream still remains just beyond your reach. The FIFA World Cup for Cristiano Ronaldo. The World Cup was never just another tournament. It was the one stage where legends become immortal. Every 4 years, he returned with the same belief. This could be the one. But football doesn't always reward determination. Sometimes it rewards timing, and timing is something no athlete can control. In 2026, at the age of 41, Cristiano Ronaldo walked onto the World Cup stage one final time. Millions watched. Millions believed. But no one knew they were about to witness the final chapter of one of football's greatest journeys. This isn't just the story of Cristiano Ronaldo's last World Cup. It's the story of a dream that refused to die. Chapter 1: The Boy Who Dared to Dream. Long before the bright stadium lights, before the trophies, there was a small island in Portugal called Madeira. It was there that Cristiano Ronaldo dos Santos Aveiro was born on February 5, 1985. His family wasn't wealthy. His father worked as a municipal gardener and part-time kitman. His mother worked long hours to support the family. Life wasn't easy, but Ronaldo discovered something that made everything else disappear: football. The streets became his training ground. Every kick, every sprint, every game with friends brought him one step closer to a dream nobody else could see. While many children played for fun, Ronaldo played with purpose. Even as a young boy, he hated losing, not because of pride, but because every defeat reminded him there was still room to improve. Purpose. Purpose means having a clear reason or goal for doing something. Ronaldo didn't just play football, he played with purpose. That mindset would shape the rest of his life. By the age of 12, he left Madeira to join Sporting CP's academy in Lisbon. Imagine that: a 12-year-old boy leaving his family, leaving everything familiar to chase a dream that wasn't guaranteed many children would have turned back. Cristiano Ronaldo didn't. Chapter 2: When hard work became his superpower. Moving to Lisbon wasn't easy. He missed his family. He struggled with loneliness. He had to compete against older, stronger, and more experienced players. Every single day became another test. But Ronaldo believed something that would later define his career. Talent may open the first door, but hard work keeps every other door open. His teammates often spoke about how he stayed behind after training. When others finished, he continued. When others rested, he practiced. When others celebrated, he looked for ways to improve. That's where his greatest strength was born. Not his speed, not his finishing, not his jumping ability. His discipline. Discipline means training yourself to keep doing the right thing even when it's difficult. Cristiano Ronaldo didn't become extraordinary because motivation lasted forever. He became extraordinary because discipline did. Years later, that discipline caught the attention of one of football's greatest managers, Sir Alex Ferguson. Everything was about to change. Chapter 3: The Moment the World Noticed Him. In August 2003, Sporting CP played a friendly match against Manchester United. It was supposed to be just another pre-season game. Instead, it became the night football discovered Cristiano Ronaldo. The young Portuguese winger attacked defenders again and again. His pace was electric, his confidence was fearless, his skill left experienced defenders struggling to stop him. By the final whistle, Manchester United's own players reportedly urged Sir Alex Ferguson to sign the young talent. Ferguson didn't hesitate. Within days, Cristiano Ronaldo became a Manchester United player. It was more than a transfer, it was an opportunity. An opportunity that Ronaldo refused to waste. Over the following years, he transformed himself into one of the world's greatest footballers. Premier League titles, Champions League success, his first Ballon d'Or. But despite all those achievements, there was another dream waiting. Winning something unforgettable with Portugal. Chapter 4: The Dream of an Entire Nation. Representing your club is special. Representing your country is different. Every time Cristiano Ronaldo wore Portugal's jersey, he carried the hopes of an entire nation. There were moments of joy, moments of heartbreak, near victories, painful defeats. The World Cup tested him again and again. In 2006, Portugal reached the semifinals. It was their best World Cup performance during Ronaldo's early career. The dream felt close, but not close enough. Years passed, World Cups came and went. Every tournament raised the same question. Will this finally be Ronaldo's year? Critics became louder, supporters remained hopeful, but Cristiano Ronaldo never stopped believing. Then, in 2016, although it wasn't a World Cup, Portugal achieved something historic. They won the UEFA European Championship, after Ronaldo was forced off through injury in the final against France. He spent the rest of the match passionately encouraging his teammates from the touchline. When the final whistle blew, Portugal had won its first major international trophy. Many people thought this is the perfect ending. But Ronaldo knew something the world didn't. His story wasn't finished because one dream still remained. The FIFA World Cup. Chapter 5: One Last Chance. There comes a moment in every athlete's career when experience is no longer enough, when every sprint feels a little harder, when every tournament carries a question no one dares to ask. Is this the last one? For Cristiano Ronaldo, that moment arrived in 2026. He was no longer the young winger who amazed Manchester United. He was no longer the unstoppable forward who broke records across Europe. He was a veteran, a captain, a leader. 41 years old, yet one thing had never changed: his belief. Every training session, every recovery session, every sacrifice led to one destination: the FIFA World Cup. Not because he had something to prove, but because some dreams are too important to abandon. Millions of supporters around the world watched Portugal begin another World Cup journey. Some believed Ronaldo would create one final miracle. Others believed time had finally caught him. Football has always divided opinions, but one thing united everyone: respect. Respect for a man who had spent more than 2 decades competing at the very highest level. Endurance means the ability to continue through physical or mental challenges without giving up. Cristiano Ronaldo's career wasn't built only on talent, it was built on endurance. Chapter 6: When the final whistle came. Every World Cup tells stories. Some are stories of victory, others become stories of goodbye. Portugal fought with determination. Every player understood what this tournament meant. Not only for the country, but for their captain. Eventually, Portugal's journey came to an end. For every footballer, there comes a final World Cup match. No announcements before kickoff, no special ceremony during the game. Sometimes you only realize it after the final whistle. Shortly after Portugal's elimination, Cristiano Ronaldo confirmed that this had been his final FIFA World Cup. Just like that, a journey that had stretched across 5 different World Cup decades had reached its conclusion. No athlete escapes time, not Pelé, not Maradona, not Zidane, not Messi, not Ronaldo. That is what makes sports so emotional. Every legend eventually plays one last match. The scoreboard records the result. History remembers something much bigger. The journey. Chapter 7, a legacy that goes beyond football. Ask 10 people what they remember about Cristiano Ronaldo. You'll probably hear 10 different answers. Some will talk about the goals, others will remember the celebrations. Some will mention the Champions League trophies, others will remember the records. But perhaps his greatest achievement was never a statistic, it was his example. He showed the world that success isn't an accident. It is built in silence. Early mornings, late nights, missed celebrations, constant discipline. The willingness to improve even after becoming one of the greatest players in football history. That is why millions of children still wear the number 7. Not because they expect to become Cristiano Ronaldo, but because they want to believe that hard work can change their own lives. That may be the greatest legacy of all. A legacy isn't something you leave behind. It's something you leave within other people. Cristiano Ronaldo did not win the FIFA World Cup. And yet very few people would say his career was incomplete. Because greatness is not measured by one trophy, it is measured by consistency, by resilience, by the courage to keep going when others would stop. His story reminds us that success is never guaranteed, but effort always has value. Dreams do not always end the way we imagine. Sometimes the dream changes us more than achieving it ever could. Perhaps that is the real lesson behind Cristiano Ronaldo's final World Cup. Not that every dream comes true, but that some dreams are worth chasing, no matter how difficult the journey becomes. Every football legend leaves behind more than trophies. They leave behind stories. Stories that inspire generations to dream bigger, work harder, and never stop believing. If this story inspired you, tell us in the comments. What is the greatest lesson you've learned from Cristiano Ronaldo's career? If you enjoyed learning English through this story, don't forget to subscribe and join us for the next inspiring journey. This is Word Atlas by Lex, where every legend has a story, and every story teaches a new word. I'll see you in the next one.